Hello everybody, how's it going today? So it's now August the 26th. It's about 3 p.m. here in Istanbul, Turkey. And we're going to be doing a technical analysis on Bitcoin and just kind of a general review on the market and my top picks. So it's very, very hot. It's 29 degrees, but extremely humid right now here in Turkey or in Istanbul, particularly. I'm not used to this type of heat with the humidity. So I finally got some air conditioning units. I installed 3 in my rental unit just because, well, first of all, it's too hot. I can't stand the heat. And secondly, I'm going to be here for 6 weeks, so I may as well get very comfortable, right? It was either that or checking into a hotel, which I didn't want to do. So I just decided to install some air conditioning units for my rental unit. The guy I'm renting from is probably going to be pretty happy. Anyways, so I've been making some incredibly good calls. Okay? Very good calls. Check this out. So I've been calling a lot of tops recently, okay? This one here in particular, the Bitcoin technical analysis, where we had a rising bearish wedge that was being tested on top of a lot of other coins where I called tops, such as this one right here, BNB at golden ratio, ended up dropping. And then we ended up getting, also, for example, the rising bearish wedge here for Bitcoin. That one ended up dropping as well, right? And then I also called ADA. ADA was at $2.95, and it ended up dropping to $2.58. So what I specialize in is calling the top, okay? I'm a top caller, shot caller, because what I specialize in is a bearish market. And a lot of people don't realize that anybody can make money in a bull market. But in order to protect yourself in a bear market, you need to specialize in it. And because I used to lose a lot of money in the bear market, I started to say to myself, hey, you know what? I'm going to learn everything that I possibly can about a bearish market so I can, first of all, protect myself and secondly, capitalize on it. So a lot of people have been asking me about my Discord group. And I talk about every single position and every single loss and every single win of mine in the Discord group. And I have 2 different types of subscriptions. One is the monthly and 2 is the yearly. The monthly is entirely done already. And the reason why it's not available to sign up for monthly is because it's much more difficult to manage in general. I got more questions, I got more answers, I got to update payments, got to change emails. It's kind of a pain in the ass. I'd rather just go with yearly and make sure that I don't have to deal with the admin side. So right now, the monthly subscriptions are entirely done, but the yearly subscriptions are available. The big difference between the two is with the yearly, it's still the same price as paying monthly, except you pay for it all at once. It's $600 for a year, but you get the courses for free. And the reason why I came to Turkey is because I plan to update my course 1 and course 2. So you'll get my old courses, but you're also going to get my new courses for free as well, which is kind of a good deal. Anyways, I'm not going to get into my courses whatsoever. I want to jump right into this technical analysis, all right? Let's do it. So reviewing Bitcoin, I'm only going to talk about BTC for about 10 minutes and alts for about 5. So if we take a look at it on the higher time frame, let's say a 4-hour, and keep in mind that that wick right there that you see in the futures, that was only on Binance, okay? It was only on Binance in the futures market and nowhere else. So this is what we call a rising bearish wedge, okay? It's often found in the first wave or found in the 5th wave, okay? Or often found in the A wave, or often found in the C wave, okay? So it's found in the LA wave theory, usually here. It's found in the 1st wave or the 5th wave. Here, it's called a leading 1st wave diagonal. Here, it's called an ending 5th wave diagonal. But they share very similar characteristics, okay? Just like how if it was an ABC structure, it would share very similar characteristics as well. So in the ABC structure, you would find the leading diagonal there, or you would find the ending diagonal there. And the similar characteristics that they all share about these ones here is that they're bearish, okay? They're bearish to the sense that they make a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like that. And it usually ends up dropping the width of the between 1 and 3, around there, okay? It usually ends up dropping, sorry, 1 and 2. So whatever, so how I did that was I just drew a triangle there, and I held down control, and then I took it and I dropped it up there. So that's usually the drop that ends up happening as well, which is very proportional in my opinion. And just from personal experience, I've seen it proportionally drop the same amount. So the characteristics of this particular leading diagonal or ending diagonal or first wave or rising bearish wedge or a rising bearish wedge, leading first wave diagonal, a ending fifth wave diagonal, right? So there's so many different names that you can call it, but either way, it's a wedge, right? It ends up creating a wedge shape like this that ends up falling down. And this is a very cookie cutter type of pattern that ends up happening. And it's really rare for it to not break to the downside. It's like a triangle that's pointing to the upside, okay? Now the characteristics of it is that the first wave is often the longest. This third wave is often the second longest. And then the last wave is often the shortest. So this is the same thing as saying that the third wave is not the shortest, but it's also not the longest. It's in the middle of the path, okay? And also another characteristic is that waves 2 and 4 form a support, and then waves 1, 3, and 5 form a resistance, okay? And it makes a line like that, where this white line, or yellow at the top, well, actually I'll call it red here, right? Let's just say it's red for resistance. And the white one here is green for support, okay? And then this break, this is where people usually enter, right? I'll make it green for breaking, like entering a position, okay? This right here is where you usually enter a position upon breakout. And this is really, really cool because when it breaks out, that's when people enter here upon breaking down, okay? So people are watching this trend line, this green trend line, and then they're watching it break down. So if it breaks down, that's where people enter, okay? Because then you'll have confirmed that it's a rising bearish wedge, and waves 2 and 4 did not hold a support. Instead of going up, it now breaks down. And then what people usually do is they take a profit, right? Usually the same width or the same height as 1 and 2. Or what they'll do is they'll take a profit right here at wave 4, okay? At wave 4 territory, depending on where it is. Now, let me ask you a rhetorical question, if you'd like to answer. If I were to draw a wedge like that, would you say that this has a very similar characteristic as what I just taught you? Would you say that it is or not? It's not a trick question. Honestly, answer it out loud to yourself. Is this right here very similar to what I just taught you? Yeah, if you answered yes, you're absolutely right. It makes a wedge. Now, if I were to draw it, I would draw it like this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? Just like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5, right? So then you end up getting a width between 1 and 2, just like this, or height, between 1 and 2. Now you say to yourself, this is probably going to drop at least this much, or to wave 4 territory, okay? So usually what happens upon the break is this, my dears, as in my darlings. This is usually what happens, okay? What happens is it breaks to the downside, and then it likes to retest up there, okay? It likes to retest up there. Ooh, Luna finally broke down. Thank gosh. Yeah, good job, Luna. Break your ass down. You don't deserve to hold there right now. So I'm looking for a long position while I make this video for you guys. Luna is definitely number one in my mind because my dog's name is Luna, and you don't fuck around with Luna. You guys want to see a really serious rule of mine in my Discord group? Let me show you. This is a very serious rule right here. If anyone ever mentions shorting Luna, you'll receive a ban without warning. No one shorts the original Luna. That's my dog, Luna. The only long Luna. I banned many people trying to short my dog, Luna. You don't want to be one of those people, I assure you, okay? But different country code applies, right? Different country code applies. So, oh, I'm just flipping my ice packs around. I got air conditioning and I have ice packs on my foot, keeping really cool. I'm Canadian. Usually we prefer living in igloos, not Mediterranean type temperatures where it goes up to 32 degrees with humidity of 88%. So I'm actually staying really cool here today. I feel incredible. I can't wait to make dinner for my girlfriend tonight. Fuck. It's actually pretty cool to say that I have a Turkish girlfriend. I feel like I'm living the dream sometimes, you know, like, it's kind of weird. Like, I live in Turkey right now with my girlfriend. It's kind of fucking awesome, actually. Yeah, it doesn't matter where I am, though, in the world. I'm still always going to be myself, and I just want to take care of you guys always. So Luna is looking incredible right now, don't you think? For a long position, very soon. Do you folks see this right here? Right there, I think that Luna's going to be very good to long. If you catch this video, you guys will see my talent. You will see. I'm going to pause this video just to show my followers. Alright, so I do believe that Luna's going to get a really nice bounce here soon. Because Bitcoin is just about to test to get rally its ass up here for 2%. Which means that Luna is very likely to end up correcting to the high side there. I mean, if you take a look at how Luna is being drawn right now, this coin is really much so looking to be in the channel. Okay, let's take this channel tool of ours, draw it like that, see what happens. Oh my god, that's beautiful, right guys? Oh my gosh, it's amazing. This could be channeling very nicely, like right here sometime soon. Heck yeah. But not quite yet, okay? I don't think it's quite yet ready to be long. Anybody that's long it right now, you're a little bit too early, actually. I'm going to long it around $26. That's more so my range. I expect a wick to the downside. Anyways, and also HNT is getting pretty up there as well. You know, it's getting some nice figures, but I really want to get into it. I missed the, like, you have to understand what Bitcoin just did right now. Why it's rallying, okay? So I'm going to explain to you guys why it ended up falling and breaking out. Fell out of the wedge. And what happens when it falls out of the wedge is it likes to retest a certain region up there. Okay? Likes to retest it. Breaks down, and then it takes the fifth wave of a retracement, which happens to be right at the 618 Fibonacci golden ratio range. So because we got a big gigantic bounce there on Bitcoin of literally 2%, there's a good chance we're going to go to my little green box here and test it. And because of that theory alone, there's a very high chance that Luna is going to bounce as well. Because we get this region. We get this region. You want to argue with these regions? These are really strong regions right there. I don't know if you guys see this, but we get two support ranges right there. You got that wick right there. That's from August 21, 2 days ago. We got that right there, actually 5 days ago, sorry, there. And we got this one here from August 17. So we have a 9-10 days resistance range, support range right there, I meant, sorry. So this is what I think is going to happen right now, short term, because I'm a day trader. Bitcoin is very likely to rally up to the $48,000 ranges just because it's going to be a temporary relief rally based on hitting the 618 region. So we're going to hit that most likely, and then we're going to end up capitulating even more. So and we're probably going to end up going to the $44,000 region. This here is a really strong support. So don't forget about it, okay? Right there. 44,000 to 44.3. Once we hit that, I expect a further decline to the downside. Okay, and I just expect a really good rally for the short term for all of these alts going to the upside. And then after that, all of these alts are most likely going to follow Bitcoin. So anyways, I want to keep it short and sweet. I'll see you guys later. If you guys want to join the yearly Discord membership group, hit me up. Just give me a DM on Twitter. Be very careful of scammers, okay? Scammers will approach you pretending to be me asking for money. I don't ever approach you first. I don't ever. You guys come to me if you want something. I'm not a fucking shiller. I'm not someone who's gonna go to you and try to sell my shit. If you want my stuff, you come to me. Bam! See you guys later. Bye now.